Hey guys, you've joined us live at Moneycontrol. I'm Manisha Gupta, and the big headline, apart from many, clearly comes in from crypto as an industry, where we have seen very strong gains come in for Bitcoin, Ether. Many of those meme coins actually have gained anywhere between 30 to 70% in the overnight markets. It clearly has been building up on back of various factors here, but has the rally happened too much and too soon are some of the questions that we will ask Siddharth Sogani. He is CEO at Cribaco Global. Siddharth, hi, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, on the factors itself, I mean, this is a time when equities are running, so is gold, and we've seen that same happen to crypto as well. How are you looking at the global financial assets as a system?
Hi, Manisha. Thanks for having me. Global financial markets are on the rise since the last 1.5 years, in fact, because of the inflation. The money printed in supply has gone up by 40 to 50% in the last 3 years. So all the commodities go up. It's like if I want to give a quick example, it's like we both are very hungry, sitting in a room. There is an apple kept. We both have $100, and we are ready to pay $100 for that apple. However, somebody comes and gives us $1,000 each. What happens is we are willing to pay more for that apple. So apple here is the commodity. The demand is the same, the supply is the same, but because the money supply has increased, the commodity prices are going up. So it's not just Bitcoin which is going up. All commodities, you'll see gold, you'll see silver, steel, and all the other copper has gone up significantly. Crude oils it has gone up significantly. So now it's the point where which commodity you trust the most, which is having much more returns, which is having a better store value. So all those things are happening.
Clearly, and that is very, very well explained. So that the other thing clearly is about the Bitcoin spot ETFs, and since then we've seen a lot of money inflow come in for this. Now there are conversations about how a spot ETF for Ether could be in pipeline as well. How are you looking at these progressions?
Yes, so Bitcoin ETF was announced about a month ago, and in till today we have seen $44 billion invested by BlackRock and Fidelity, Grayscale, Vanguard, ARK, and there are Franklin Templeton, and all these guys are there, and they've invested over 44 billion. This is just the start. What happens is when an institutional investor reaches out to its investor, it takes time to sign contracts. It takes time for institutional money to actually come in market. So I think the actual flow of ETFs have just started, and in the next 2 to 3 months, I believe it will cross $150 billion. That's one of the things which is making everybody in the crypto industry think, because usually crypto industry is known for its upward, a very quick upward, which is like the bull run, and then it stagnates and it falls again. Now, because of so much institutional money coming in to Bitcoin specifically, I don't see a deep correction which has happened before. Like, Bitcoin used to correct 50 to 80% in the previous cycles. I don't see that happening now, because the institutional money is going to keep buying it, and people are more positive towards it. Coming to Ethereum, the next best ETF, because Ethereum is very decentralized, and next after Bitcoin, we cannot expect a Ethereum ETF for Solana or Cardano's and all those coins, because they are not so decentralized. And for the SEC, for any token to be listed as an ETF, decentralized, especially in the new asset class, its decentralization is very important. So Ethereum's ETF is supposed to be announced, as in given a yes or a no, before the 23rd of May,
Okay.
which is about 2 months from now. And in the meanwhile, we have two major events again. One is Bitcoin halving, which is on the 20th of April, approximately. It can happen between 15 to 21st of April, anytime.
Okay.
And the second one is the Ethereum network upgrade, which is again on the 13th of March. So these two major events are happening. So yeah, we are currently very, very bullish on the entire market, but not just because of this, but halving, and the ETFs, and the Ethereum ETF, which may be announced.
All right, so that means March, April, and May. There are so many events slated, and we have seen a lot of buying ahead of that. Do you also sense a FOMO in the markets right now because the kind of run up that we've seen in this space?
Yes, there is a lot of FOMO now. What has happened is there are meme coins. Like I remember 2 years ago, there was just Dogecoin, and then Shiba and Pepe came in, and now there are over 200 meme coins out there, which are basically destroying the entire sanity of of the investors, because these meme coins, they just go from anywhere between 50 to 500% in a matter of days, right? So
Right.
it's really crazy. However, they are very, very risky. I would recommend all the viewers watching this is to be very, very careful when you invest in meme coin, because it's pure speculation. They are not building anything. There is no fundamental behind it. They basically thrive on creating a FOMO where everybody is talking about it and they are buying it and the prices are going up. However, there are liquidity risks. I mean, the order books are not deep enough. If somebody sells a big chunk of money, the markets can crash. So meme coins are to be very, very, very careful about.
Absolutely.
We all have to be very careful about. And
Sure.
I mean, you should stick to the good ones which are building something. And yeah, uh, don't speculate.
We take that advice with both hands. That it's not just the cryptocurrencies. Almost everything, the periphery seems to be working quite well as well. So whether it's NFTs, we've seen shorts being squeezed. The DeFi apps seem to be mushrooming all over yet again. So it's the overall sector that seems to be doing quite well.
Yes, of course, because Bitcoin is going up, the overall sector, and Bitcoin has over 54% dominance at the moment. So if Bitcoin is doing well, Ethereum is doing well, the entire market, enjoys the rally, because most transactions where like you mentioned, the DeFi apps, like Uniswap and all these, they all thrive on the Ethereum main chain. And when Ethereum is doing good, a lot of projects are launched on the Ethereum platform, and they all tend to perform very well. So that happens. However, I don't see any new breakthrough in terms of innovation in this
Okay.
bull market. It's very, I mean, in the previous run in 2021, 2022, when we could see new technologies being launched, but this time it's more of fluff, I would say. Not many new technologies are coming, and that's one of the reasons why more concentration is towards Ethereum and Bitcoin rather than the other coins. You would see there are so many good chains like Atom, which is the Cosmos chain, Polkadot. They are not performing when we compare it to Bitcoin or Ethereum. They are still lagging. We are calling them laggers. So one of the reasons is because people are seeing more value in the existing protocols, because the existing protocols are being upgraded
Right.
as we speak. Ethereum is coming up, has come up with 3 upgrades in the last 12 months, which is making the chain stronger. Plus, there is something called as eigenlayer in Ethereum, which is enabling new nodes to make the ecosystem stronger. So about 7% of the Ethereum supply is now locked with eigenlayer,
Correct.
which is making the main core chain stronger. So if I come up with a new Siddharth chain and you want to build a contract, you will definitely go to Ethereum. You will not come to Siddharth chain, because Ethereum has an ecosystem. Ethereum has a trust where new ETFs are coming in and new things are happening. So if it's a $10 million contract transaction which you want to do, you will not go to a Tron chain or any Solana chain. You will stick to Ethereum because
Yes.
it's more reliable. It is integrated. Everybody accepts it. It's the Metcalfe's law of telecommunication clearly applies here.
That point is well taken. A final question then, Siddharth. While, of course, there's a lot of euphoria right now and there are higher bets being put, whether it's in the prices, the options that are getting traded as well. But what is the word of caution that the street needs to look at right now? That's one part of the question. And second is, amidst all of this, where do you see the Indian investors?
Well, you have to be very, very careful at this point of time. Don't over leverage. Of course, crypto market, everybody wants to leverage, take margin trading and everything. But what is happening, what we are seeing in the last 15, 20 days is that the leverage on all these exchanges have gone over 100% per annum, which is really risky. Because when the funding rate is so high, there has to be a correction. Now, in spite of funding rates being so high, the correction hasn't been so steep.
Not there.
So of course that's confusing all of us. But there would be a lot of wicks. There would be shakeouts. So I anticipate a shakeout coming every 12 to 18 hours.
Okay.
There would be a 8 to 10% shakeout, which is happening across the market.
Okay.
It's going to be a very volatile market, so stay away from leverage. Be in spot, stick to the biggies. Don't experiment with meme coins, especially with leverage. The second one is towards the Indian investors. Yes, India. I see the volumes going up in some of the exchanges. People have suddenly woken up. The traction, as in the traffic, the internet traffic on certain Indian exchanges has also increased in the last one week, which shows that people who had invested in the last bull run and the market crashed, now they are coming back to check how their portfolio is doing.
Okay.
So there is traction, but I don't see a lot of money coming in this time because of the strict guidelines. I won't say guidelines, but the strict tax law around our in our country specifically. There's a 30% flat tax, which is very, very high. People don't want to sell because then they will be liable to pay taxes. So they just want to be invested. They're not switching their assets, making the volumes not go the way we anticipate to go. Yeah. So that's Indian market has not is not enjoying this
Participated, would
entire
you say?
bull run. Participated and enjoying as well. I mean, everybody is the kind of FOMO which we had seen in 2010. You will see that the exchanges are also not advertising so well.
Right.
This time it's a little dull. It can be better.
Absolutely. Siddharth, thank you as always for joining in and discussing that in detail. So, well, absolutely a market to keep an eye on. And as Siddharth says, a shakeout is something that you can expect every few hours after, especially such a wrong rally that we've seen into this one.